What's going on? It's your girl Zaya Halitha, and we're here at Industries TV with Automatic. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Doing wonderful. First of all, let's talk about Automatic. How did that name come to represent you as an artist, as an individual, and how does that reflect your character?
Cause I praise God without no hesitation. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people take my name and put it towards automatic because you automatically think of weapons and stuff like that. But nah, I ain't get that from no weapons or nothing. But you know, no weapons formed against us shall prosper. You know. But you know, that's how that name come. Like quick to, like at one point they had me a teenager, I fight over God type stuff. Like I'm not even capping for the camera and stuff like that. But you know.
So we live in a day and time where a lot of people are scared to let alone pray or speak to who they pray to, and even just practice, dedicating some time to the higher spirit. So how has the higher spirit of being a man of God influenced your everyday life?
Absolutely. So just being my father from the start, because I started out at an early age with no dad, but I used to pray all the time, and when I used to pray for stuff, it used to happen. So just taking that and, you know, really just rocking with that, you know, and being honest with myself amongst peers. Like I always had a strong mind, not to even do everything everybody else. I know you see the shine, but it's really, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, have, a piece of the earth with me as well, you know what I'm saying, because God blessed us with this abundance. But, you know, just being honest with myself, staying true to myself, you know, that really made me have that narrative of keep God in mind over everything, because niggas go to jail, they pray to God. No matter if you in Arabia or Saudi Arabia, you gonna pray to Allah, you know what I'm saying? You gonna, no matter what religion it is, you gonna pray.
And so praying is what kept you in all this time, even through your environment and all the struggles that you went through. So tell me about it. Where you from?
Actually, I'm from Atlanta, but we moved to Houston early on, so I'm really a Houstonian. But I moved to a part of Houston that's a rugged part. You know, it's a lot of us that's, you know, they call us disqualified or, you know, that's overlooked. And we really genuine people, and a lot of the people that I even know, they act out of anger and pain, and nobody take the time to talk to them. And they have God, but they scared to say so because God's not cool. God's not it, but we gotta bring that to the forefront. That's why, you know, another reason I feel like it's the perfect time, or you know, but whoever can see it can, you know, can touch them in the right way, so they can hopefully understand that no matter what you go through, the riches of the rich is all about God.
So being that you came from an environment where you had to, again, learn how to develop, learn how to pray, learn how to make the best out of your situations. Coming from Atlanta now, moving to Houston, do you remember that period of while you was in Atlanta?
Absolutely. I mean, like, you know, I got family out there. We all got family all over, like, we all, you know. But
how was Atlanta?
It was great. Cobb County, you know, I mean, besides the nonsense going on, all of the stuff, you know, it ain't, you know, it's no Mr. Rogers neighborhood. You know, but you know, it's a fun place to be, Atlanta, because it's a lot of black camaraderie. And you know, I grew up Black Power, and then it changed. You know, like, you know, due to certain things. You know, I don't want to just say music, but music did have a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it shaped my reality as a person.
Can you talk about that shaping your reality in Atlanta? Because from once we go there, then I want to talk about how Houston kind of developed your character as well.
Oh, absolutely. Like I was probably like up to like 5 in Atlanta. So it's a lot of vague memories, but I do remember being there, you know what I'm saying, in the projects, you know. It was still a lot of vacant apartments too back then, you know. I'm 27, you know, so it was a lot of vacant apartments back then, you know what I'm saying. I'm actually 30, but I tell everybody I'm 26.
It's cool.
You know, it's all in the spirit,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, you know, growing up in Atlanta was a delight, you know what I'm saying? Like, having a lot of different black people. Like, that's why I say, like, when I came to Texas, everybody is in school together. Everybody
it's
together.
Diverse.
Your family member might be white, your family might be Hispanic, you know, so it's like just a whole different vibe. So just being able to even keep God, you know, on my mind through those tough times, because, you know, times got crazy.
Right, times have changed. So when you moved to Houston, you see it was a whole different ball game for me.
Diversity.
How did being around a whole lot of diverse people, like, how did you respond to that? Seeing those different kind of people for the first time?
I mean, to be honest with you, I ain't really know like what a Hispanic was. We just thought, you know, we didn't know it was all different type Latinos, you know what I'm saying, Cubans. We didn't know all that. Like, we just thought Hispanic was a Hispanic. So when I started seeing all different types, and then you see Asians, real Asians, not on the TV, Jackie Chan, real Asians. So it was, you know, the diversity was enlightening. Like, okay, like this, you know, what life is about. Because, you know, just being around black people, it's all black power. We kind of live out that, that mentality. But it's a great thing, though, because it made me cherish my people more. So even strangers, I still have that attitude towards, you know, that good old Atlanta attitude towards, like, hey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? I love you. Your family.
But Texas definitely has that hospitality here from that different group of diversity.
Yes. Like I say, like, yeah, diversity here is amazing. Like, I mean, me coming here and finding out about different nationalities was a wake up, like a real wake up call. Like, you got people not only praising God, Jesus, you know what I'm saying, Allah, then you got people doing all like other different religions and stuff like that. So, you know, the positive energy, you know, overshadows the negative if you can focus in on it.
Let's talk about the positive energy. You have some organic music, and of course it does stem back to you giving the most power to up above. But let's talk about your artistry. When did you start making music, and when did you start making music?
To be honest with you, I mean, like, I write poems. I really, you know, the music came when it was easier to make beats. Like when you could just get on the computer. When the computer came, well, you could just really get on the computer and just listen to a beat and record and get in the studio and make a song. That's when it really kicked in. I never really been interested in making music because of seeing a bigger picture. For me, morally, I can't be the one, you know, and this is no throw shade on anyone else, you know what I'm saying, but I can't be the one that's on that morally and still be able to move forward. So the positive energy.
Go ahead, positive energy.
The positive energy really shed a lot of light on, you know, what's going on for me as a person. So I can identify who's positive around me.
So you painting a picture. You started painting a picture through your poems, not more so music, but poems. Absolutely. Making those beats, and it kind of all tied together.
Yeah, it fascinated me. Yeah, like just hearing myself being recorded for the first time on a beat is just fascinating me. So I was like, if I do it, then I gotta do it the right way though, because I just feel like I feel shame and guilt even when I get on the mic and talk about certain stuff when I know I'm not like that, you know. So in the reality of it all, the grand scheme of things, I just rather get on there and say what I really feel, you know, and how I think my son should feel, how I think my brother should feel, how I think somebody that's facing 25, 30 years should feel, you know what I'm saying?
Taking it back to that positive influence. My question to you, like, do you remember your first poem?
I mean,
the first poem you probably ever wrote?
It's funny, but it's probably to a girl. You know, just typical little boy stuff. Probably to a girl when I first started writing cursive. Because I write cursive real good. Miss O'Neill, that was one of my teachers. She used to
shout out to Miss O'Neill.
Shout out to Miss O'Neill, for real. She used to grade me on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, she used to congratulate me, and her smile, like, made me want to do, like, write the best cursive. So, you know, like, it's just in abundance. I mean, like, handwriting, it goes back. So when I looked up that, it made me want to write more and want to do more on music than just be degrading to the humankind.
And you got having a lot of those traditional values add more to your music and to the power of you writing poems, because you could take it back and apply some of those traditional ways and those new ways of technology It's pretty cool. So let's talk about your fit. Never stop praying. Follow God. Nah, man. Can you tell me about your outfit?
Marvelously said. I got this in, my apologies. But you said that marvelously.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use it. But this clothes actually came organically. Shout out to Sauce Walka, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to LA.
Let me see. Show me the brand. So, clothing with kingdom message.
So shout out to them. I booked the interview and stuff like that. So I wanted to get something that could display the message, because I ain't had nothing in time for myself, like with my own creative energy. But I wanted something with positive creative energy to wear, to this interview. So like it happened organically. I went in that place and they was peaceful. It wasn't about nothing but peace. So I was like, man, let me get this. I need this.
So at that moment, you feel like that brand and you and the message that you push kind of merged together. Y'all pushing the same thing.
Yeah, and it matched my shoes too. Like it was, everything was organic. Like it was, like for real. Like, but these, like y'all showed them, Mr. Taylor brand clothing. Y'all can catch them in Greens Point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. You want to get your praise on. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, we all understand what it really is at the end of the day.
Talk about how important it is to get your praise on. Because really, I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Man, you better get your praise on. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you don't get your praise on, you lost. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm finna tell you. Rich people get their praise on. Sneaky people get their praise on. Whoever you can think of get their praise on. Know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, know what I'm saying? Like, no cap. Know what I'm saying? No big capital letters, man. You better pray. Cause that's what keep, I'm not even just saying this for an interview or nothing. Like, this would keep my energy high. Like,
this where you feel the most balance when you take it back to praying. Earlier you said when you was a little boy and things was going on in your life, things changed. Things changed when you prayed.
Absolutely. This to be able to share your thoughts with your creator, it's simple. You know what I'm saying? And you can talk to God when you mad. You can talk to God when you happy, when you sad, when you feel crazy, like you by yourself or whatever, like, and you having a good time and celebrating and just want to shout out, thank you, God. You can do that. That's praising God. You know what I'm saying? And God is our creator. If you're a human being, you got, you know what I'm saying, the normal functions or whatever. It's some of us that's less fortunate, you know what I'm saying? But if you got the normal functions, then you blessed. Understand that. And you're a human being. You know what I mean? Like, we all seen stray animals on the side that need love. You're a human being that have that. No matter where you go. Like, even strangers love. So I love strangers, you know what I'm saying? They say I love strangers more than family sometimes. But that's just to get them into that love, to let them know that somebody love them. Because sometimes family been shown their love, and sometimes they don't appreciate it. Sometimes they gotta pray to God.
Let's talk about that. Somebody loves you. So I know that you do a lot outside of writing poems, creating that overall music bubble. You do a lot of things. What are some of those other things that you do, showing that love to other people, to youth? What are some of those things that you do?
Absolutely, man. I just, like, every day, like, just in my daily life, I just like to see people smile, Like, even if they're not frowning, I just like to do funny little stuff, you know what I'm saying? I do.
Give me an example. Do you work with children? Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely. So, not throw that out there, but mental health patients. So I was recently working with PASS, you know what I'm saying? Patient, the senior services, but I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I like to deal with the younger group, like the ones that's like 12 to 18 and stuff like that, because I can kind of understand them. But I've been working with people with mental disabilities all my life, so it's always been challenging, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to corral a person whose understanding is not there. So if you're supposed to be a person that's sane, you're supposed to be able to overcome the whole situation. So if you know this person is labeled as mentally ill and they call you a bitch, or they call you whatever they call us, or call me a nigger.
Your
White, they
response
could
has
be
to
white
be-
and call me a nigger.
Yeah.
If they're mentally challenged, then you're supposed to be able to overcome that. And that's why I say my energy from praying help, because evil stuff happen all day. You know, the devil use people just like God do. So, you know, evil stuff happen all this. That's why I pray and, you know, just release that energy on people all day. You know.